Hello, everyone. 1 minute. I knew something was missing. I forgot my microphone. Interesting fact. I wonder what I was thinking. Let me just put on my microphone. I want to believe you can hear me, even though the mic is not on, but it always helps. So, how are you, everyone? How's your day going? Mine is off to an excellent start, as we can see. I forgot my microphone, so this is a good start as any. Okay, let's try and get this done right now. I mean, we're live, we're live. So, how are you doing? This is Growth Habits with Ngozi. Remember that I am your personal guide on this journey of growth. Nothing will make me not to be this your guide. You can't get rid of me. So, please do let me know if you can hear me. I need to also check. I usually do a sound check by connecting to my Facebook on my laptop just to see if I can be heard. So, welcome to Growth Habits with Ngozi. I am your personal guide on the journey of growth. Okay, yes, I can see, but I don't know if I can hear. Let me just check that. Just 1 second so that I can be sure that. Let me just check that. All right, so I'm sure that I'm being heard. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Whatever time it is where you are, I am so glad to be here today. This is our Tuesday Live. We're here every Tuesday afternoon and we share, we learn together, and we grow together. As I said, I am your personal guide on this journey of growth. And I will remain your personal guide on this journey of growth. We are not going anywhere at all. We are here for the long haul. So, first of all, I'm sure some people who voted on the sunglasses post are wondering where's the sunglasses? Not sunglasses, glasses, sorry. Where's the glasses? Why is she wearing something different? So, I do have the glasses, but it doesn't have blue light filter. That was what I discovered after I had gotten the glasses. And I prefer using the ones that have blue light filter for doing live programs. So I wear the other one during the day, my normal everyday activities. I wear one of those ones that I showed us, either the red or the blue. I didn't go with the blinking one. So I also have a black one, which I forgot to show us. I don't even know how I did not add that to what I was showing us. Okay, let me just show us what the black one looks like before I come back to this. Give me 1 second. So this is the black one. But like I said, it doesn't have blue light filter. So I am more comfortable using the one that has blue light filter than this regular one. But what do you think? Tell me, should I just stay with this for today? I think so. Let's just go with it. We'll manage without the blue light filter for today. All right. So I hope it doesn't, like somebody mentioned, I hope the glasses doesn't take away from, it doesn't, attract too much attention. You forget to listen because all your eyes are focused on the glasses. All right. So we started this series on rest. And today is going to be the last installment in that series. Yeah, I think we have tried. So today is going to be the last installment on that series on rest. Next week we'll begin something else. We'll start another series. And next week we're going to begin to talk about change management. We're getting to the end of the year. Everyone is beginning to plan for next year. Everybody is beginning to put in place, doing our vision boards, doing, all those kinds of things in preparation for next year. But there's one thing that we forget a lot of times when we're doing all our plans for the new year, when we're doing all those preparations, we forget that change happens. Change happens. Change is a given. Um, so we need to plan for change, and we need to be able to set ourselves up to manage change properly, because change will happen. How it happens is different for each and every one of us. What aspect of change um, comes towards any of us different. It can be the same for sure, but change happens, and we need to. I was looking for my eyeglass cleaner. I guess it's not here. And we need to be prepared for change even before it happens. Because, like I said, change will happen. It will happen. It's a given in every situation. So we need to be prepared for that change. We need to be ready for change before it happens. So that is the topic we're going to begin to look at from next week, change management. But for today, we're going to talk about rest in the digital age. Um, no, we started this series by just looking at what is rest. What is rest? And we agreed that rest is ceasing from work, or ceasing from physical activity, so that we can relax, so that we can refresh, so that we can recover, so that we can recharge. And we said that if we are resting, in quote, and we are not relaxing, we are not refreshing, we are not recharging, then we have truly not rested. We are truly not resting. Because the rest is not just sleep. Sleep is an aspect of rest. It is, but it is not the only part of rest. There is the just ceasing from, mental activities, too much strenuous mental activities, and just allowing the brain to do the work it is meant to do, which is for it to renew itself, for it to recover, for it to detox itself. This is very essential. If we don't rest and our brain doesn't get to do the recovery, the renewing, the detoxing, what happens over time is that the brain will shut itself down, or will shut part of the body down, so that it can get that chance to renew, so that it can get that chance to recover, to detox. This is how the body was created. So if you don't rest, your body will force you to rest. And nobody wants their body to force them to rest, honestly. It's not the best. It's really not the best. So please, if you're joining me, let me know where you're joining me from. Um, let me know where you're joining me from. So that was our first session in this series, which was session 77. We spoke about generally what is rest, and we agreed that we all need rest. It is so essential in this life that we find that time to recover, that we find that time to refresh, we find that time to recharge. Then on the next session, session 78, we talked about the different types of rest. Spiritual rest, physical rest, mental rest, creative rest. We talked about all that. And we said that day that every other rest actually involves a ceasing from something, a stopping. When we talk of emotional rest, giving your emotions a rest. When we talk of physical rest, giving your body a rest, stopping activity so that your body can rest. But spiritual rest is the only one that does not involve taking away something, but actually doing something more. Spiritual rest involves praying more, meditating more, reading the Bible more, whatever it is, that you do to increase your spiritual tempo. You do more of it. That is how you have the spiritual rest. And we also agree that that's when you're rested spiritually, it helps you in achieving rest in every other area. Okay, then our next session, session 79, we talked about rest and productivity. And we said that generally, this hustle culture makes us think that you can't be productive if you're resting. We have this trade-off that if I'm resting, then I'm not productive. If I need to be productive, then I can't rest. And we agree that that is not so. It's not so. You even are more productive when you rest. When you give your body time to rest, you are more productive. You do better, your brain is working more, your body is rested and ready to go. So it is essential that we rest. We have to give ourselves adequate rest. We also spoke about sleep itself as an aspect of rest, and we agreed that sleep is very important. But it's not the quantity of sleep. Oh, I slept 8 hours. Oh, I slept 12 hours. No, it's the quality of sleep. Because I've seen people that sleep, in quotes, 8 hours. That is, they went to bed, let's say 9 o'clock, and they woke up 8 hours later. And they're as tired as if they did not even lie down for a second, simply because the sleep was not qualitative. They only lay down, they ceased from activity, yes, but there was no recovery. There was no recharging in that sleep. Either maybe they were, even as they were sleeping, still thinking. I know people that while they're sleeping, they're thinking, their brain is working even as if they're awake. So in that situation, you have not rested. You only laid down. You only ceased from activity, but you did not give your body the opportunity to recover, the opportunity to repair itself. Okay, so that was our session on rest versus productivity. The next session we had was on cultural perspective on rest, and we looked at how different cultures view rest. And we realized that um, in just about every culture has embedded into their practices some form of rest, either the siestas or even the meditation, things like that. Almost every culture has it embedded into their norms. Almost every culture. I remember I mentioned when we traveled and we found out that in some parts of Germany, once it's lunchtime, the shops close down as well, not the big shops, but at least the little small shops that are owned by individuals, they shut down for lunch. And once they shut down for lunch, they do not open again until that 1 hour lunch is over. So we found out that in many cultures, it is part of the cultural norms to to have some aspect of rest as part of their culture. Like I mentioned, the siestas, which is the afternoon rest, the meditation practices, these are all things embedded into many cultures to give the body the opportunity to rest and recover. Then, after that, our next session, we talked about barriers to rest as the things that prevent us from resting. There are so many things that prevent us from resting, and we looked at a few of them. Um, Yeah, we looked at a few of them last week. Precious Sigite, welcome. Thank you for joining me. I'm glad you're here this afternoon. We talked about work demands being something that prevents us from resting. There's work to be done. There's a lot to be done, either as an employee or even as an entrepreneur. There's so much to be done, and there's this. If I don't get it done, things will not work. But when you set boundaries, when you prioritize your tasks and you delegate where necessary, when you have like time blocking, where you block out time for work and then focus time for rest. These are things that can help you deal with work demands. Work will always be there, but we can work smart. We can work smart. Then we talked about generally being stressed and having anxiety as something that prevents us from resting. And we said it was necessary to have meditation times, be mindful, have seasons of mindfulness, calm yourself down before you sleep, things like that. Journaling would help you um, in resting. And there's also societal pressure that prevents us from resting. But when you, on your own, you redefine what productivity really means to you, you are able to find time to rest, and you can disconnect yourself from a lot of things. Um, yeah, so those were the things we talked about. We also talked about your health being a barrier to rest. And of course, that is already your body telling you that you're not resting. And when it gets to that point, you can't even now really rest well because you're not feeling well. You will rest, but that rest has comma. So it's best to have the rest that doesn't have comma than having your body shut down because of disease or sickness, and then you can't even properly rest because you're not feeling your best. All right, so today we are looking at rest in the digital age. As I said, it's going to be the concluding part of this series. Generally, the world has gone to a point where every aspect of our lives is infiltrated by technology, every aspect. We can't really even function these days without technology. It's difficult to achieve anything these days without technology because it has become ingrained into every aspect of our personal life. We are always connected. 24/7, we are connected. Our phones, emails, social media, we are constantly connected. Endless notifications. WhatsApp, Instagram, Telegram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Facebook, endless notifications. And it gets to a point where, the lines actually get blurred, especially for those that are like entrepreneurs and your business is an online business. The lines get blurred. You don't even know when you're supposed to be working. You don't know when you're supposed to be resting. Everything just gets all muddled up. But even in the midst of this technology driven world, it is possible. It's actually possible to have a rest from technology. Now, I think I said it whether it was on the first session or second session. I mentioned that during my day, I have periods where I just keep my phone aside. Maybe notifications are coming, maybe people are calling, I don't answer it. I'm not being proud, I'm just trying to give myself a rest. Because at that point, I know that I'm having an overload of sensory overload, and I just need to put everything away. So I keep my phone to one side, I turn off the television, I turn off the laptop if it was on, and I just sit and rest. So it is possible to have rest and to rest from technological overload in this age where everything is digitally driven. Everything is digitally driven. There are sometimes I wonder when I look at some people that are um, your let's say your livelihood, your business is online. I wonder when they get to rest. And I know that it's difficult for such persons to rest, but even you, that your livelihood is online, you need to once in a while take a break from technology. You need to once in a while turn off, or even if you don't turn it off, keep away the phones, keep away the laptops, keep away all these things. Many people that wear glasses today, it's not because of age. Mine is age, or so they say anyway, because I only need it to see small prints. If I'm driving, I don't use glasses because I see everything on the road. But I believe that our too much phone, laptop, television is also ruining our sight. So we do need We need a break. We do need a break from all these things. I think I said it last time. The world will not end if you shut down your phone. It actually will not. Even if your livelihood is on social media, as in that's where you do your business, the world will not end. It's just that you need to put in some systems and processes in place that things can run without you being online 24/7. There are systems that these days will make sales for you. You don't have to be online to make sales. So it's just to explore those things and implement them. But if that is not even in your radar of thought, you wouldn't want to do it. You will be on that phone 24 hours because you believe that once you drop the phone, you've missed all the customers in the world that would have bought from you. We'll put in some systems, put in some practices, some processes, excuse me, that will help you be able to make those sales. I think they call them funnels. I believe so. And you're running, your business is running, and you are able to rest. So, we're going to look at some of the ways that you can get rest in this digital world because it is more essential now than ever before. Because at least when we didn't have all these phones and everything, television only comes on at a certain hour. If I don't know whether any of you are old enough to know that there was a time TV was not on 24 hours. There's hours that there's nothing showing on the television. So you rest those periods. You go outside, you play. But today, television is on 24 hours, your phone, internet, everything, bombardment. But we do need time to rest from all those things. And also, because of technology, because of the digital world, we have become so sedentary in our life. We sit down all the time. And this body was not made to sit down all the time. This body was made for motion. Truly, the body was crafted to move. Because if not, you will notice that when you sit for a long time, your muscles begin to ache, a lot of things. So you need to move. And it is I know that you so even as you move, you have to go with your phone because it's tracking your steps. Get the watch instead. Get the watch to track your steps. Drop the phone. Truly, there has to be a time we have to put in that discipline where we are able to put the phone down. That is a very big discipline in this generation. The discipline to put our phones down. Because many of us, we cannot put our phone down. We are always on the phone. We're always on the laptop. We're always watching television. So we need to do what is called a digital detox. That's one of the things I'm going to explain today. So you know that with the constant information coming from the phone, from the laptop, from the TV, our brains can become overloaded. And we do need, remember that the brain detoxifies itself, the brain renews itself, the brain restores itself. That's how God made it. So we need to give it the opportunity to do that. We need to give it the opportunity to do that. And also, even our emotions suffer from too much exposure to, especially social media. You know, I'm on every social media. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, you name it, YouTube. I'm there. But I've had to. There was some years back when I deleted all my everything, Instagram, Facebook from my phone, because I found that I was on it constantly, doing nothing. It's not even like now I'm doing these live sessions. It's just scrolling through, taking in all the junk, reading of all the things happening in everybody's life, scrolling through all the things, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I saw that it was not just affecting me physically because I was constantly on the phone, but it was affecting me emotionally because I was taking in all manner of things. And my thought processes were being affected. And the way I see things, my emotions were being affected because so many stories online, so many things happening to so many people. And I was taking it all in. So I deleted then I had a tablet and my phone. So I deleted everything from the phone, the only thing I had was WhatsApp. I deleted every other thing from there. Now, that is not always the solution. Let me also say this because sometimes after deleting, you still want to be there. But if you need to delete for a season until you are able to have mastery over those things. Delete it. Delete this Facebook, delete the Instagram. Nothing will happen. The world does not end. It truly doesn't. So I deleted everything from my phone for a season because I truly needed to get a grip on my emotions, on my life, on everything. I needed to understand where I was going. I needed to know what was really happening to me. My emotions, was it just me, or is it that I was being influenced by all the things I was seeing? I needed to sit down and figure that out. So for a season, I deleted everything. And one by one, I brought them back. But as I brought each one back, I did not bring them all back at the same time. I will bring back, for example, I bring back Facebook this week and I watch my interaction with Facebook and I watch how much time I'm spending on there, even now that I've brought it back. And then I began to put limits. Once I have conquered Facebook, I bring in Instagram. So now I can actually hold my phone and I'm not scrolling anywhere. I never thought that was possible. Before it was not possible. How will I hold my phone? I'm not scrolling anywhere. But now I can have my phone in my hand and I am not scrolling anywhere. I'm not on Facebook. I'm not on Instagram. Even if I'm there, I might actually be holding the phone on Facebook and I just go there to check to have to any message to respond to. Is there anybody, I need to see their post and make a comment. I leave. So we need to learn to gain mastery over these things. So it's not just deleting it. You still have to gain mastery over it. Then you bring it back. Okay, so I think I've even talked about part of what the digital detox I wanted us to look at today. There is a need to have times in our lives where there's no tech, as in tech-free hours in our lives. Look at your day. Either you do it before you sleep, you do it sometime in the day. We must have tech-free hours. There must be hours in our lives where we are not being bombarded by any technology whatsoever at all. Like I said, I drop my phone sometimes, turn off the television, close the laptop, and just stay. Most times, the next thing that happens after a while, I sleep off. Yes, because I'm not talking to anybody. I'm not even talking about doing it so that I can talk to people. That is a different matter altogether. But I actually just drop it because I need a break. So we need to have tech-free hours worked into our day. Hours where no phone, no TV, no laptop, no nothing. Remember, this is aside from the hours we set aside for normal human interaction, though. Because you have to talk to the people you are living with. Aside from that, this is just no tech time. You can use that time to meditate. You can use that time to just stay. You can even use that time to take a short nap, but tech-free hours. This is part of the digital detox that you need. And it's also good to do this before you sleep so that your sleep cycle is not so disrupted by technology, because many of our sleep cycles disrupted by technology because we hold, including me, you hold your phone and you're on the phone till just about to sleep off. I also do it. Sometimes I remember and keep the phone aside for a while before I sleep, but sometimes the same, I'm on that phone until I doze off holding the phone in my hand. That's not the best. That is actually not good. So we do need to have digital detoxes. Establish tech-free hours. Establish them. Have it. Um, you can also have, as part of the digital detox, times of I will not be on social media between this hour and this hour. So um, you take periodic breaks from social media. Nothing will happen. There is really nothing that will happen within those maybe 2 days, 3 days, 1 week, depending on what it is. I know people that have done 1 week social media break. Some have done 1 month and they didn't die, and the world did not end either. So that period, whatever period you decide, some people do every weekend. They unplug every weekend. Every weekend they unplug. They're not on social media in the weekends. I mean, even the physical shop that you have, don't you close some days? Do you work every single day? No. So unplug. Unplug. If it's a weekend, unplug that weekend. No social media. That, I must tell you, is not easy. It's not, as I'm saying it now, just rolling off my tongue, but it's not easy to do, but it is doable. Just be off social media. You know, there was a time I was off Facebook and people didn't actually know I was off Facebook. It's funny because when you post a status on WhatsApp, you can set it so that also posts on Facebook. So that was what I was doing that period. Once I post something on my status on WhatsApp, it will post automatically on Facebook. And people assumed I, I was coming onto Facebook, and I was not. I did not have to open the Facebook app for any reason. So, I mean, these are some of the things that we can do. Then we can set boundaries for our technology. You can say from 9 in the morning to 2. Those are the hours I will be on social media. And, technology has even advanced to the point where you can set these things on those apps on your phone. So that if it's not 9 o'clock, your Facebook will not open. If after 2 o'clock, if that's the time you set, it shuts down and you can't open it. They have those things that will help you. They have those apps now that will help you set these limits on your social media. So if you can't help yourself, you can't just go off by yourself, invest in one of those apps. Invest in one of those apps and have the limits set. There are some that you set that if you spend more than 4 hours, if you spend more than 5 hours or whatever it is on any app, that app shuts down. You can't open it anymore. We do it for children. Like you set it up on YouTube. Once it's 6 o'clock, your children's YouTube will not open. You can set it up for yourself. It's not just for children. You can set it up for yourself and ensure that, 2 hours, that's all I'm giving to Facebook today. Once 2 hours are up, your Facebook shuts down. Some people, I know somebody that they did this on their phone. They did this restriction on their phone. And of course, the app is on the phone. So it's on the phone that is restricting you. So when that happens, they will rush to their laptop because they can't open Facebook anymore on their phone. They will rush to their laptop and continue. The idea is not for you to now shift to another medium. Have those boundaries for technology, set them up. Technology has helped you to be able to have boundaries against technology. So use those apps, set those limits on your phone so that you can reduce stress. So you can reduce stress on yourself. Because you see, all these things, they're stress. They're stress. Then, of course, sleep is, I don't even know how else to talk about sleep. I've talked about sleep many times. We must strike this balance in the use of technology. It is so essential. It is so important. Technology is very necessary. It helps us do so much. It helps us achieve so much that we wouldn't be able to achieve otherwise, but it also can become kind of addictive. So that if you are not on social media, if you are not using technology, you feel you're missing out on something. You feel something is wrong. You are not missing out on anything. Nothing is wrong. Establish the boundaries. Establish the boundaries by yourself. We know that we can set do not disturb settings on our phone so that at certain hours, no notifications, nothing. Even if people are calling you, you don't hear it. Set those things. Make use of these things. My phone is almost always on silent, and everybody always complains, why is your phone always on silent? Because I said, I don't want to hear that ringing. I don't want to hear that notification. So the times that I'm actively on social media, I'm with the phone, I will feel the vibration. I will know somebody is calling me. I will know I have a message on Facebook. I will know I have a message on Instagram or whatever. But when I am done and I just keep that phone just a little away, I don't hear any ringing, I don't hear any notification. But you can use the do not disturb settings on your phone so that you don't get any notifications during the period that you have decided to have this rest from technology, from social media. Use those settings are there, make use of them. Use the do not disturb. Even on your I think some emails offer it too. So that even if mails are coming at that time, there is no notification. For your mental health, if nothing else. See, we don't realize how much effect this constantly being on Facebook, Instagram, what have you, this our constant barrage of technology in every aspect of our lives. We don't realize how much it affects us until, God forbid, you break down. If you're sick in the hospital, will you remember to pick up phone? You won't even know where your phone is. You will not even know where that phone is. So please, let's make use of what we can. Use the do not disturb settings. Get the app that restricts your time on all these social media apps. Schedule rest into, use the phone against itself in quotes. Put a alarm on your phone that tells you time to rest. And when that alarm goes off, please rest. Don't just mute it or snooze the alarm and continue. Set alarms so that you add, for example, you're working. I've said this more than once because it's something I did years while I was working. Put it, when you get to work, put it on your laptop or on your desktop. Alarms that tells you to rest. Put those breaks in there. Schedule it in. Schedule in rest. Treat rest the same way you treat any meeting you have. For example, you're in the office and you have meetings for the day and you schedule the meetings. You put all the notifications on your phone, on your system, whatever. Do rests like that also. Schedule in rest. Put the notifications on your phone. Let's assume I have to find out the name of that app that actually restricts the number of hours you're on either Facebook, Instagram, and all that. I can't remember the name right now, but there is an app. And once you install it, If you have spent 3 hours on Facebook, it shuts down Facebook. If that's what you set the hours, of course. It shuts down Facebook. You can't open it again for that day. Full stop. So let's invest. Let's invest in things that will help us. Let's look for ways to observe a digital detox as much as possible, even if it's just the rays from these things. Now, I was talking about blue light filter glasses because the light that comes from our phones, from the laptops, it affects our eyes. So it's not just to get the blue light filter glasses, it's to drop the phone. Drop the phone, drop it, keep it down for a while. Keep it down for a while. I've talked about scheduling breaks, have arranging your day such that you have um, time blocked out for productivity, for work, focused time. Focus on that time. Put in the work that is necessary, and then take a break. And then take a break. Very, very, very important. Um, yes, there's another thing that we need to do in regards to social media. There are some accounts on social media you need to unfollow. There are some because they're not feeding you any good thing. They're not um, they're not causing you to grow intellectually. They are not improving you really. Rather, they are decreasing. If you had if you had 1 million brain cells before you go on those sites, by the time you're done, the number of brain cells have reduced. Please unfollow them. You know them. Unfollow all those kinds of people or accounts. Unfollow. Block if you have to. The unfollow button is your friend. Use it. There are some accounts you have no business following anymore because they trigger you once you go there. They trigger your emotions. They trigger a lot of things. Please. They trigger anxiety because all you're reading there is bad news, bad news, bad news. Unfollow. Unfollow. Simple. Unfollow. Or, um, okay, for example, now, you're in your line of business, there are a lot of people also in that line of business, and you're following all their social media accounts and you're seeing what they're doing. And instead of that to encourage you to do better, it's giving you or is putting you, in depression, is causing you to feel bad. Please unfollow. If you're not learning from those accounts, unfollow. There is sometimes we feel, oh, then I will not know what is happening. Find another way to know what is happening. See, we are the architects of this our lives. We can do the things that are necessary. We can make the changes that are necessary. So unfollow. Unfollow. Your mental health is so important. Your emotions are key. Go through your timeline. Go through your friends. Go through the people you follow. Anyone that is triggering, unfollow. When you have mastered whatever emotion those things are bringing up, you can go back if need be. If not, unfollow and rest. Unfollow and rest. Okay. Um, there's an okay. When we are on our phones, laptops, tablets, we get the sensory overload of even just the lights coming from this thing. Dim it. I know that even this one, my children will be shocked to hear me talking about dimming, dimming phone light because it seems as if most of them they complain that my own phone is too bright. Dim those lights. They can be dimmed. Dim them. You see that honestly, for us to have rest in this digital age, it's all up to you. It's all up to you. You get to do the things that are needed. You make the choices and you carry them out. So, one, digital detox. Have periods where no phone, no tablet, no TV, self, no TV. As in, have those periods worked into your day, worked into your week. I keep saying this, and it is the truth. The world will not end if you're not on social media. Even if your business is all online, building processes where these things can run basically on their own without you. Just need one or two inputs. We know that you can, the process of selling from the point of contacting the customer contacts, or even contacting the customer, marketing, all these things can be automated. They can be automated. Then the process of getting the customer, taking their order, they can be automated, automate. Some of the activities can be delegated. The one that cannot be automated, delegate. You must not do everything. Find time to go on vacation from your business. If you put in the right processes, you can go on vacation and your business will survive it. So do a digital detox. So important. You can do it as often as possible. Do a digital detox. Cut off from all these things. Cut off. It is essential. Now, like I say, it doesn't mean that now you will never be on social media, but limit it. Limit it. Limit it. I need to really find that app. I need to really find that the name of that app that can help you limit the number of hours you're on any social media platform on your phone. At least I know this one works on the phone. Once you have completed those number of hours, it shuts down those apps. You can't open them. Invest in that. If it's difficult for you on your own to just cut off and go off social media, invest in that app so that once you've completed the number of hours you set, you cannot open it anymore. Do a digital detox is so important. Setting boundaries with social media, very, very important. With technology in general, actually, not just social media, very important that you set boundaries with technology. As I said, have time that your TV is not on, your laptop is not on, your phone is not on, your tablet is not on. Even if they are on, they are not with you. The TV on is different. You must turn off the TV. Laptop, you can close your laptop and take it into the room while you are somewhere else. That can, be it. The phone, you can take the phone away from you. The television, turn it off. Even these days, I don't even know whether people still watch television. I don't know what they are watching because several times I see myself with TV remote, scroll, and I can't find anything really to watch. Maybe except game shows. So I think TV on is easier. But see this phone, see the laptops and tablets, more difficult, but it is doable. It is doable. And please prioritize sleep in all this. Prioritize sleep. We have talked about taking rest as per, I'm not doing anything right now, but sleep is also very important. Ensure that you're getting quality sleep, not quantity. I'm not saying quantity is wrong, but quality is better. Quality is better. Take breaks when you need it. Take breaks. I can't even say the benefit of just a 15-minute walk around. You leave whatever you're doing, 15 minutes you walk around. Now I do this and I know it's wrong. And sometimes I have to call myself to order. I'm going on my walk and I'm still pressing my phone. I do it. But it's not good. It's best when you're doing, when you're going on that walk, keep the phone. So sometimes, when I catch myself, because I have to catch myself, I'm like, you're on your phone. I put the phone. That if unless I wait, no, there's no pocket on what I'm wearing, I put it in the pocket and continue my walk. But these are things we will do. I can't come and do it for you, except maybe come and install the apps for you, but it's you that will determine whether these things work. So there is a need to really, really take a break from technology, from social media, all those things. Understand that rest is productive. Sometimes I think our problem is when we think that rest is not productive. Rest is productive. Take Do weekend unplug for the whole weekend. No technology. It's nothing. It works. These things work wonders. By the time you come back, your body is refreshed. Your mind is refreshed. You can do a whole lot more. So ensure that we are doing these things. This will truly help us have more restful life, not even just days, life. And we can achieve much more. And we will even live longer. We will live longer and will achieve much more when we practice these things we have talked about over this past how many sessions we have talked about rest. So I will call it a day here on this. And of course, we're closing the curtain on our discussions, our conversations on rest. Remember that our um, sessions, next series of sessions will be on change management. As I said at the beginning, change is constant. It's the one of the things you can count on that it will happen, that things will change. But knowing how to manage that change, whether it's in your work, in your business, in your personal life, that is what is key. And as we are preparing to go into a new year, is essential that we understand how we can manage change in our lives and the things that concern us so that we can um, work better, more effective, more efficient in the new year once we understand how to manage change. So, thank you once again for joining me this afternoon. We talked about rest in the digital age and then the need to do a digital detox once in a while, the need to unplug from technology and what have you once in a while so that you can rest, so that you can recover, so that you can renew yourself and you allow your body to also be renewed. And I want to believe that we have gotten one or two things from this our series on rest. Coach Ify, thank you. Thank you for joining me today. I believe we have gotten one or two things from today. And okay, I just wanted to confirm the time quickly. Yeah, so see you all once again next week. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media handles: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Growth Habits with Ngozi. And of course, my personal page on Facebook, Instagram, Ngozi Onwucheluba. Follow me on all my social media handles and get my journal. The link should be showing on this live. Is on Seller, is also on Amazon. Get the journal to help you um, in just preparing yourself as you go each day. What are the things I need to ponder on? What are the things I need to think about today? And then you note them down in the journal. Thank you once again for joining me. We will still do our leadership boot camp. A couple of things have been making it a bit difficult to take off, but we will take off for sure. We'll still do our leadership boot camp, possibly next year. Possibly next year, I don't know, probably beginning of the year, so that we start off the year with that. Okay, thank you once again. I'm glad you joined me this afternoon. I hope you got value. Yeah, could you say you can comment on what? I just saw I can comment. I'm not sure I understand what you're trying to say. Okay, maybe there's a lag, so I can't see any other comment from you. All right, thank you all once again. See you next week, Tuesday, right here on Growth Habits, Facebook Live, Growth Habits with Ngozi, 12 noon Nigerian time. That is the time um, of our growth habits. Thank you so much for joining me. See you all again next week. Okay, I see. Facebook has let you out of the jail. Uncle Mark has released you finally. That's good. Thank God. Well done. It's even now that I realize that I thought she couldn't comment, but she's commenting. Okay, that's good. Thank you. Thank God for that. All right. See you all next week, Tuesday. Same time, 12 noon Nigerian time on Growth Habits with Ngozi. Ensure that you make today and every day count. Be valuable in everything that you do and ensure that in all you are growing. Thank you so much and have a good day. Bye.